Next morning, you squirmed and winced immediately as you felt soreness in your lower body. You slowly opened your eyes, and your husband's bare chest was the first thing you saw. You blushed, remembering the last night's events. A pink tint covered your cheeks. You nibbled your lower lip and lifted your gaze to his face. His face was blank, devoid of any emotions, as if he was physically present beside you, but mentally he was lost deep inside the turmoil of his conflicting thoughts. His eyes met yours, and you smiled slightly, but it wiped off when he didn't reciprocate the same. Do you regret it? You let your insecurities voiced out. He shook his head with the unwavering blank look on his face. I don't regret anything, but you will someday, came his monotonous reply, which caused a confused frown to form on your forehead. Why would I regret it? Isn't it normal between couples? You'll reply, more like ask him. His words incited unspoken doubts inside you. Nothing is normal between us, he murmured loudly, which never reached your ears. He looked at you, gazing at him, your eyes reflecting your unsaid, dreadful psyche. Don't go where your mind is going. I don't regret anything. He paused and took a look off your face. You were almost at the verge of breaking down. Princess, we had some issues in our relationship. That's why I said that. Don't think otherwise. He shrugged off his intrusive thoughts and turned his focus solely on you. You know I love you, right? You nodded. A smile crept on his lips. He shifted closer and placed a lingering peck on your forehead, which was enough to shoo away all your doubts and uncertainties. Your happiness is what matters to me the most, and if you are happy, your husband is the happiest. He lazily murmured and rubbed his little stubble on your cheek, inciting sweet and melodious giggles from you. It tickles. You gently pushed him and slid away from him. Where are you running off? I want to take a bath. You wrapped the silk sheets around your naked body, revealing Jimin only in his boxers. You slowly got on your feet, which seemed as a difficult task because of soreness in your lower body. As you tried to step forward, your legs felt jelly, which resulted in you falling back on the bed. A painful hiss left your lips. What happened, princess? You looked back, hearing his voice. He stared at you, supporting his head on his palm. His lips twisted in a smirk, and his face held no worries. In fact, his face held a look of pride and amusement. You scoffed and grabbed the nearby pillow, smacking his face with it. It's because of you, you huffed when he burst into a hearty laugh. I hate you. You whined, glaring at him with your doe eyes. A throaty chuckle escaped through his lips. Okay, I'm not laughing. He spoke as he pushed himself off the bed and made his way towards you, who was sitting being all pouty and grumpy. You gasped when he picked you up in one swift motion. What are you doing? Taking you to the bathroom. You want to take a shower? So do I. Let's out together and save water. What say? He offered a suggestion, wiggling his eyebrows. You opened and closed your mouth like a fish as you processed his words. Blush rushed to your cheeks. You flushed and hid your face on his chest. He laughed, carrying you towards the bathroom. Stop, this is too much. You scolded Jimin, who was literally emptying a whole packet of choco chips in the cake batter that you were preparing. It's not too much, it's the decent amount. You are going to finish every crumb if it turned out too sweet for your taste. Yeah, I will, and I won't give you a single bite even if you beg me because I know this cake is going to be delicious. He smiled, earning a scold look from you. The batter is ready. Put this in microwave. You instructed him, pouring the batter into a rectangular baking mold. He did as you told him while you cleaned the kitchen counter, discarding the dirty dishes in the sink. Now it is looking like a kitchen. You murmured to yourself as you gazed at the now clean kitchen. A surprised shriek escaped your lips when he suddenly picked you up and placed you on the counter, making space for him between your thighs. You scared me. You exhaled deeply, placing your hand on your chest where your heart was beating rapidly. He hummed, wrapping his arms around you. He hid his face in the crook of your neck. He let out a sigh, inhaling your captivating amber fragrance. You smiled. You lifted your hands to his hair and massaged his scalp gently. He hummed in ecstasy, snuggling more into your warmth. I love you. These words left from your mouth smoothly, without your knowledge, as if they were settled at the tip of your tongue and slipped off as you opened your mouth. He broke the hug and backed off instantly. What? What did you say? I love you, you whispered, forgetting with your fingers as you suddenly got nervous under his intense stare. The next second, his lips were on your lips, sucking life out of you. You tried to match his pace, but he was way more passionate and filled with urgency. The kiss held different kind of intimacy as he poured his love, care, affection, passion, trust and respect all in that one kiss. And you felt it. You felt every single thing that he wanted to depict. You heard his unspoken words. You felt how he felt at the moment. Contentment. Contentment of finding a part of yours which you never knew existed. I love you infinity, I whispered, pulling out of the passionate lip lock. You saw his sincerity in his words, in his eyes, on his face. You felt his raw and uncovered emotions. You saw his genuine love that he held for you. You saw through him, completely bare, as if he had put his heart and soul in front of you. You both stared at each other, sharing energies through your eyes until the ding sound of microwave brought you back to reality. Jimin, cake, you whispered, shying away from his love-dripping gaze. He hummed, not really paying any heed to your words as he was busy ogling at his love. He just hummed. Jimin, get the cake. You shook him slightly. He groaned and moved towards the microwave. You jumped off the counter as he brought out the freshly baked cake. Your mouth watered as the aroma of chocolate hit your nostrils. You were quick to reach for a spoon and stood beside him. Let me eat first. It's hot, princess. Ignoring his concern, you filled your spoon with the spongy cake, blew air on it, and put it in your mouth. He waited for your reaction. You chewed twice and gaped at him. He snatched a spoon from your hand, stuffing a spoonful of cake in his mouth. He chewed as the sweetness, no, extra sweetness melted in his mouth. I told you, you uttered, swallowing the sweet dessert down your throat. It's not that sweet, it's fine. Of course, he wasn't going to accept his defeat. You scrunched your nose, getting another spoon ready to savor the extra sweet dessert along with your husband. Few weeks later, Jimin was the first one to wake up. His gaze traveled to his wife who was crushed between his arms. A smile automatically brought out on his lips seeing you. The pout on your lips looked adorable to him. In fact, everything about you was adorable for him. He slowly removed your hands from his torso and detached himself from your hold, making sure that he didn't disturb your sleep. He fixed a blanket on your naked body as he got on the bed and stepped towards the bathroom to take a shower. Physical intimacy was a normal thing between you both now. You can keep your hands off your husband and he always gives in front of you. Few minutes later, Jimin came out of the bathroom freshly showered. A towel was wrapped around his lower abdomen and he was drying his hair with another one. His eyes moved towards you who was still in deep sleep. Without disturbing you, he silently moved towards the closet and got ready for a productive and hectic day ahead. He stepped towards the bed and settled down beside your sleeping frame. Princess, Time to wake up, he softly said, removing the hair from your face. Wake up! He slightly shook your shoulder, earning an annoyed groan from you. You pulled the duvet over your head, making him sigh. Come on, baby, wake up and take a shower. He tried to pull the blanket off your head, only for you to tighten it more. He let out a sigh when you turned to another side, away from him. Stop spreading laziness, princess. He forcefully removed the blanket from your face. You craned your neck, glaring at him through your sleepy eyes. He smiled sheepishly. I have to leave for work. Let's have breakfast before that. He reached out to kiss your head, but you slapped his hand away. Your face twisted in irritation. Go away, don't annoy me, get lost. You snapped at him. He was taken aback at sudden change in your demeanor. You never yelled at him before, and all of a sudden you were moody. It confused him. All right, I'm going. He raised his hand in surrender, seeing you throwing daggers at him. He leaned towards you in order to kiss your forehead, but you turned your face in other direction. Just go away, don't make me angry. You whined. Frustration bubbled up inside you, and for what reason, you yourself didn't know. Fine, I'm leaving. He spoke, gloominess evident in his tone. You didn't pay any attention to him and closed your eyes to sleep again. But he was Park Jamin, and what he wants, he gets. He quickly stole a peck on your lips and fled away from there, dodging the pillow that you threw in his direction. I'll kill you, Park Jamin. You shouted, sitting upright, not bothering about the blanket sliding down, revealing your naked thorax. You flared your nostrils in anger when you heard his faint laughter from other side of door. You huffed and fell back on the bed because you were too lazy and tired and just wanted to lie in bed. Your eyes moved towards the door, which opened slightly, and Jimin peeked inside. Now what? You hissed in annoyance, earning a chuckle from him. I'm leaving for office and I'll be late. Have your food on time and don't stay in bed whole day. And most importantly, I love you, my lazy bear. He sent you a flying kiss before disappearing from there. His little gesture was enough to bring a heartfelt smile on your face. The anger was long forgotten. You were preparing lunch for Jamin. You felt bad for snapping at him in the morning without any reason. Cooking him his favorite lunch was your way to apologize from him. It smells delicious. I hope he likes it. You murmured to yourself, packing the appetizing meal. After done with your apology preparation, you moved to your bedroom to get ready. As you were ascending the stairs, your eyes fell on the entrance. You saw Gemma sneaking inside, looking here and there carefully. You felt a frown forming between your forehead. He said he'll be late. You murmured. You were about to call him when you saw him walking towards the other side of the mansion where you had never been. You watched him entering the hallway which led to the other side of the mansion. You once asked Jimin about it and he strictly prohibited you to go there. Why is he going there? Your feet automatically moved towards his direction out of curiosity. You so wanted to explore the mansion which you called home, and above all, you wanted to know what he was doing here. You entered inside the dark, never ending hallway. You looked around curiously. The walls of the hallway were painted in the darkest shade of grey, and it was cold, with not an ounce of warmth which sent shivers down your spine. The sound of your footsteps echoed, breaking the serene yet terrifying silence. You felt a knot twisting in your stomach due to the foreign ambience around you. You weren't used to this coldness after spending months of getting love, care, and pampering from your husband. It was scary. Your heartbeat accelerated to the extent that you could hurt it. Clutching the hem of your dress between your hands, you slowly moved forward. You didn't know how long it was because you were walking from 15 minutes and all you could see was a long way ending into nothing. At this point, your mind nagged you to turn your feet and went away, but you shrugged off every thought and walked ahead. searching where Jimin disappeared until you saw a staircase leading down to a basement. Descending the stairs, you came across a big black door. Your breathing quickened. You weren't getting good feeling about it. You felt as if the door was hiding something so dark that it would engulf you and your happiness like a black hole, and you would not be able to escape from it. The continuous turmoil of conflicting thoughts couldn't able to stop you from opening the door. You entered inside a dark, malodorous, and huge basement. You didn't get enough time to look around when a shrill, audious scream hit your ears. You flinched, and your attention diverted towards the source, and your eyes widened, seeing the horrific scene unfolding in front of your eyes. You saw a man tied up on a chair, gasping for air. His body was bloodied due to several wounds. Jimin was standing in front of him holding a bat. Jackson was beside him, and few more familiar guards were there. You squinted your eyes to take a proper look on the man's face. You recognized him in seconds as he was the same man who tried to force himself on you at the party. You flinched when Jimin hit on his knee with the bat, erupting another loud scream from him. The scene was horrible, but what scared you the most was the look Jimin and others had on their face. Emotionless and inhuman, demonic to be precise, as if they were made for it, as if it was their daily routine to hurt and kill people every day. You thought you would touch what's mine and get away with it like nothing? Your whole body shivered when his deep, husky voice reached your ears. It was different from how he usually speaks to you. It was dry and devoid of any emotion, unlike normal times when you felt his raw feelings even in the air he breathed. You dare to think about my woman, and now guess what? I'm going to damage this filthy brain of yours. He chuckled mockingly, and you stayed on your spot hearing him. He raised the bat and hit on his head with full force, killing him right then and there. You screamed loudly, bringing their attention towards you. Jimin's eyes widened, seeing you. He stepped towards you, but you stepped back, shivering badly. The blurry flashbacks started to get clearer, and your memories flooded back. Your first encounter with him, the kidnapping and forceful marriage, him locking you up, the murder, car escaping, accident, everything struck in your head with a snap. You held your head and it throbbed with pain. You felt suffocated. Your breathing quickened, but you weren't able to breathe, as if you forgot how to inhale or exhale. Your body and mind lost coordination. You felt your body going numb. All you could feel was pain, but you couldn't depict what and where. Princess, you heard his muffled voice. You blinked your eyes to clear your vision, which was blurred. Your head spun and you stumbled back. You felt yourself falling on the floor. Princess, listen to me. You heard his voice getting near. You lifted your blurry gaze to see him running towards you. I hate you. You are a monster. Stay away from me. You murmured, sliding away from him. I hate you. You whispered before darkness surrounded your senses. You felt yourself engulfing in the familiar embrace before you lost your consciousness completely. You came in the living room carrying your luggage. You saw your first husband sitting on the couch with a blank face. Jackson motioned you outside, but your eyes were stuck at him, who was staring aimlessly in the air. Ma'am, his voice brought your attention away from him. Let's go. You nodded and followed him. With every step forward, you felt a heavy weight loading on your heart. You felt yourself going empty, as if you were leaving your soul behind, and only the baggage of obtained thoughts and turmoils left within you. You dragged yourself out with slow steps, wishing to be stopped by certain someone, but it never happened. And you left, away from his mansion, his dark world, and him. But he took away your peace, your sanity, and your soul. He tainted you with his darkness, and now you were left with nothing because that monster even stole your heart.